So here we have a pre-owned 2014 Buick Lacrosse. This one comes in the Premium 2 trim level, carbon black metallic paint, and then we have the light neutral with cocoa accent leather interior. For the powertrain, we get a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. And this one has a little over 58,000 miles. But as we come around to the front end here, halogen headlamps. We have the daytime running lights as well. Just a really sophisticated, beautiful look. Even the grille here, that bronze finish. When this first came out after its redesign, it just really, it was something. And then of course with the 2017 body style after that, but it's just a beautiful car. Here you have 20-inch aluminum wheels, passive keyless entry, all 4 doors, power door lock controls. You get your power windows as well with one touch up and down for the driver's side. You get electronic child locks, rear window locks, memory seat functions, power mirror controls, trunk release, Bose sound system. And just everything in here feels premium, even the headlight controls. Hood release there, little storage pocket, manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And there's a power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. But still in pretty good shape for it to be 11, 12 years old. Want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Lacrosse today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home or any used vehicle, click on that second link down below. Takes a minute to fill out your info. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price. Now, where these cars have always been impressive is they really kind of give you like an S-Class feel for a really good price. Now, obviously it's not as roomy back here, but still I'm 6'3" with longer legs. I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size. Still sit back here pretty comfortably. Head isn't touching the headliner, even though you have the roof there and the roof kind of slants back here. Still have enough space for me. But rear AC vents are there. You get a 12 volt down there, a 120 volt 3-prong household plug-in, which is great, especially in a 2014 model. But just the accents throughout, everything looks super premium in here. But there's a look at the front from back here. Fold this middle seat down, cup holders are there. You even get an additional storage tray, which is nice. And then you even have the premium reading lights back here, which is fantastic. But really does feel like you're stepping out of a Cadillac or again, a Mercedes as opposed to a Buick Lacrosse. Back in there, love the design. Again, going with the front rear park assist integrated in that bumper. And a nice long trunk. There's your spare tire and such right there. But just a really good looking car. You also have the integrated exhaust tips. This does take E85 or gas, so there's the fuel cap there. And then if you ever want to fold the seat down, you can just click here on either side. Folds flat for even more usability. Your top tethers for the car seat are actually on the top here as opposed to being on the back of the seat with it being a sedan. And then you have lower anchors pretty hidden back there. But front passenger seat, power seat back, seat bottom. And then glove compartment here. Still have owner's manuals and such in there. Now as we come back around to the front end, just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 3.6 liter V6. Interesting sound. Well, let's hop in the driver's seat. Leather wrap steering wheel here. And again, for 2014, it's so impressive to me to have heat. And And I actually feel the heat on the entire steering wheel, not just on the side. So we can turn that on or off there. Nice horn sound. Hazards are here, parking sensors toggle is there. For audio, we do get AM, FM, as well as XM and a CD drive. So we can browse through all of that. And of course you can insert a USB as well. But Pandora's here with a subscription. Bluetooth audio. And then your settings here, we can adjust the language, display settings, all of that there. And then when we have a XM hooked up with a subscription, you can use the weather app there. But there's a navigation system there, just typing your destination. Pretty easy to do. You can use voice recognition too, which is nice. Backup camera, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then you have a few shortcuts for the menu, or you can use this to kind of go through the different options. And yeah, again, your media is right here, so you can pair that Bluetooth device. You get dual zone automatic climate controls with 3-stage heated cool front seats. You can adjust direction here, fan speed, AC toggle, power the whole system on or off here. And then here you have a 12 volt. And then your bottle holders are right here. Shifter, reverse, neutral drive. Now this is a manual or a sport mode, so I like how they did that. If you just leave it like that, it's a sport mode. But if you activate the shift on the side, it turns into a manual mode. And then you can just put it back in the drive to put it into your standard drive mode whenever. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Traction control buttons there. Center console cubby space. Now you can use the USB-A or the aux input for the radio through here. 12 volt, pretty deep pocket. And then up here you have that Skyscape sunroof. So the roof slides back or tilts back, and then you also have the option to extend that sunshade all the way back. But that's one touch right there. It's pretty impressive how far back it goes. And there's a view of the back seat. And then this also has the rear blinds. And those are still working properly, so that's good. Now the rear blind controls are here. Those are your lights, sunroof controls, universal home remote, sunglasses holder, and your OnStar is integrated in that rear view mirror, vanity mirror. And then back to the steering wheel, blinkers on the side, high beams. And then over here you have your intermittent wipers, one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency there. And then pull up here for the front wiper fluid. Standard cruise, so we can turn that on or off there, adjust the speed, cancel, mute, voice recognition. Track list or radio station presets can be adjusted there, volume. And then these 4 arrows go through your digital part of the gauge cluster. So several different options to choose from. You can go down to the settings and change your units of measurement from US to metric if you so choose. Push button start. And finally, here's the key fob with remote start. Next, let's go ahead and take this 2014 Buick Lacrosse Premium 2 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Lacrosse here, very smooth get up with a 6-speed, just in terms of the acceleration, how the transmission shifts, very luxurious feeling, as I would expect from a Buick. But it's super quiet in here so far in terms of just the sound acoustics, the engine noise, everything is super dialed back, which I really love. And that's one of the reasons people love these cars, is because they're not Cadillacs, but they're just in their own realm of just being smooth, luxurious, quiet, just checking all the boxes for what people in this segment want. I'm gonna give it a little pull here. I'm gonna put it in a sport mode just to see. Here we go. Oh wow. Didn't even have my foot down. So it gets up to speed very nicely. Gonna turn the cruise on now. Yeah, very quiet in here. Ride quality is impressive. So smooth, so relaxing. What I expect from a Buick, especially a Buick Lacrosse. And I can just barely hear the wind noise on this cold, windy day. And you can see the fuel economy is getting me right at around that 30 miles per gallon you're supposed to get with this car. Might be rated for 28, I can't remember, but I'm getting 35. I'm on a little bit of a downhill slope, but still pretty impressive in terms of fuel economy. I like how this hugs the road. I like everything about the drive experience here. If you're looking for something that's just super luxurious, a brake pedal, it just feels like you could chauffeur somebody around in this thing if you wanted to, but it's mostly made for the driver to just be comfortable for those daily commutes. So for the money, I think this is a pretty impressive car. I mean, 17 or 18 grand for this, where it was probably 40, 45 new. It still drives like new. Everything still feels premium 2 Lacrosse to me. Just having the sunroof, the heated cooled seats, the heated steering wheel. Everything that's included in the higher trim level here is appreciated, and it still works. And just having that 6-speed automatic, I like how it shifts. Love having the V6 engine. I honestly wish they never got rid of the Lacrosse. The Lacrosse was my favorite Buick by far. You had space, you had something that got great fuel economy, and it just felt extremely luxurious, and you didn't feel like you were breaking the bank when you bought one of these. Now I want to give one more thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Lacrosse today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on something closer to home that's pre-owned, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your info, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you that best price. But final thoughts on this car. It's just awesome, you know? It's something that if you're older, you'll appreciate, but even if you're younger, you just feel like a king in this car. Again, having a heated steering wheel, a sunroof, heated seats, cooled seats, a nice infotainment system, specifically for 2014, having half the gauge cluster be digital. It's a nice car, very nice car. And it's not something where, maybe like if you're in a Cadillac DeVille, you feel like an old person driving one of those, but when you drive a Lacrosse, this body style and the following one, you don't feel like it's an old person car. It just feels like an Impala almost. You know, an Impala wasn't necessarily an old person car when it was out. It was just something that rode well, checked all the boxes of what older people were looking for, something that's easy to get in and out of, that's smooth, that's powerful, that's capable. But with these, you just, again, like the Impala, you still felt cool whether you were older trying to get one or whether you're younger trying to get one. And again, this one in particular is still in fantastic shape, so highly recommend it if you're in this Middle Tennessee market and looking for a Lacrosse. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2014 Buick Lacrosse Premium 2.